Garth Weber, and I want to talk today a little bit about guitar solos. It's July 15th, and here's what I'd like to talk about. In a blues, at least in the kind of blues I play, the solo is an open-ended thing. You don't know how long you're going to play. The only thing you really know is what key you're going to be in and when that solo is going to start. Usually that's set. That's usually, maybe you play two verses and maybe there's a keyboard solo and then there's another vocal verse and then there's a guitar solo, let's say. So when in that situation, if it's with my band, then that's an open-ended thing. I don't know how long I'm going to go. I don't know what shape the solo is going to take, but I do have a couple rules of thumb that I go by. One is I try to start the solo with some kind of a motif. Sometimes I might play something that a catchy little phrase that everybody knows, like I've been known to play, because it's kind of engaging, and then people, when they hear that, they know it, and it kind of gets their attention, and it sets up at least a situation where it's possible that they will listen to you. So that's generally, I look at the solo as having three major parts. There's the intro, where you do that, you get people's attention and you kind of set the mood for the solo. There's the middle section where you develop your theme or your idea, and then there's the ending where you kind of wind it down and you come in for a landing. So it's very important to give the solo some shape, to have an arc, so that it isn't just noodling for 24 bars. That doesn't really do anything for anybody. It's unless you're going super fast, and then somebody might go, "Wow, he's going really fast." But that's about it. But if you develop the solo as an organic entity, sort of, in other words, you start off with something that suggests something else, and that suggests something else, and you keep on building. So everything you play is basically a response to what you just played before. And that's the organic nature of it. You start off with something, just anything. I started off with a note that somebody in the crowd yelled right before my solo started. Someone went, "Yeah!" And I started off with that note. It gave me some place to jump off. And there's always things around you at any point. It might be the last thing the bass player played before your solo starts. You might use that line. It could be a melody that the vocalist was singing, and you use that to introduce your solo. So get them to sink your teeth into something, so that you have at least a good starting place, and then you begin to develop the idea. Like let's take the tequila riff again. Let's suppose, I know you can't see the guitar neck, but I just want you to listen. Let's suppose that I was playing. Now I might be able to twist that around and go. So I'm taking that basic phrase and I'm playing it in a number of different ways rhythmically, which even the average person can kind of hear how that works. Even a non-musician sort of understands that kind of a mechanism. So I will take that idea and I will go twist it around and develop it as far as I can. And when I feel like I've finally gotten about as much as I can out of it, then I come in for a landing. Then and you'll see me, I will look at the band. They'll know, because I've been playing with in my band for some of them for so many years, that all it takes is just a glance and they know exactly what's going to happen and when. So once I've decided, okay, that's about as far as I can take it, then I will usually indicate that to the band by a look or by what I'm playing, and then the band will come in for a landing, and it sounds like we planned it out. It sounds like it was a rehearsed thing, but it wasn't. Okay, that's about it for just that little subject there, but I will touch on this again later. I hope you're well.